The major update to this being the less weight and the better response. But those are significant changes because it has made this shoe a more fun shoe to run in. You are welcome back to this channel, guys. Once again, it's your man Dr. CY, the running dog, and today I still got some interesting pair of shoes for your viewing pleasure. Today I have the Adidas Switch Forward 2. Adidas introduced this model last year when they kicked off the flagship version, and a short while later they made a budget version of it, the Switch Run, which looks exactly like this one but different materials, similar vibe but different in a way, for a lower price. I believe based on the success of those two models, they have gone again this year to make an update of the more premium version of these shoes, the Switch Forward. With the introduction of the Switch Forward 2, Adidas now have 3 shoes that look almost exactly the same. This is the flagship version of these shoes, the Switch Forward, which was made last year. And this is the budget version of it, the Switch Run, which I also reviewed here in my channel. And now, this is the latest version, the Switch Forward 2. If you look at the 3 shoes, you can see that they look almost exactly the same. This is the Switch Forward, the Switch Run, and now the Switch Forward 2. Just looking at their profile, they still look almost exactly the same. And so today I have with me that new one, the Switch Forward 2. Here are my thoughts on these shoes. I describe them as running shoes with a casual shoe vibe, because if you just look at them, these totally look like a shoe that you can just buy for just your everyday activities. It looks unique and lovely. It looks fun, but when you put them on and hit the road, they surprise the heck out of you. They actually make pretty decent running shoes. I did enjoy the flagship version, and if you look at it, you see that this has seen some miles. They were soft, they were cushy, they were very, very comfortable, and they were even better as casual use even. I can wear them all day. The major downside to this flagship version is actually the weight. This weighed 347 grams in men's US size 10.5. Now that's a pretty huge weight for a running shoe. And when you are running with these shoes, you do feel them. And that weight is the major thing that Adidas addressed in this second version. They did cut a lot of weight out of this. Even just holding them, they feel so much different. This feels so much heavier, and this feels very light. So now let's go through all the changes to this new version. The midsole in the Switch Forward was 44.5 millimeters in the heel, 34.5 in the forefoot, with a 10 millimeter heel to toe drop. Now, if you thought that was massive, they even increased it this time around. Now they added 1.5 millimeters of midsole material to this shoe. So now you have 46 millimeters in the heel, 36 in the forefoot, still maintaining a 10 millimeter heel to toe drop. But that's not even the biggest change. The biggest change is the weight. In the same size, they cut a whopping 37 grams off these shoes. So now this comes in at 310 grams in men's US size 10.5. And as soon as you put this on the feet, this felt heavy and this feel very light and nimble. So that is massive. Despite having more midsole material here, the weight of the shoes is still significantly cut down. So that's a pretty decent upgrade if you ask me. On my feet, I noticed that the new midsole material is also slightly more responsive. So lightweight, better response. That makes these shoes now more nimble, even more adaptable for different types of runs than this one. In this, I could only do mostly slow, long rides, but I believe that you will be able to do different types of runs in this one because now they are light, they are responsive, and they are very comfortable. Now, another thing also is in the upper material. If you touch it, the upper material in this is very thick, whereas the upper material in this is rather thin. So this is lighter and more breezy. I think this is also part of the areas that they cut the weight. And then if you look at the tongue also, well, you may not see it from the camera, but if you touch it, you see that the tongue got thinner, but it is still soft enough and very comfortable under the laces. Like in the previous version, it's still gusseted with a midfoot band that helps you in the lockdown. Laps nicely on the midfoot. Like the other one, it still got moderate amount of padding in the collar and the heel counter. Overall a nice ankle support and comfort that you get from this. Very nice lockdown, very comfortable. The insole in the previous version is removable, but the insole in this is gummed to the midsole. But it is very soft and very, very comfortable underfoot. Unlike the previous model, is topped off by the Continental rubber outsole, of course, for nice grip and the miles. Still maintaining the cutouts, of course, that's the signature with a TPU plate underfoot. Of course, you need the TPU plate here to cover up and stabilize all these holes in the midsole. Now let's talk about fit and feel. How does these shoes fit and how do they feel on feet? For this first version, I went half a size down because I noticed that kind of ran large, and based on my experience on that, for this new version, I still went half a size down and still got size 44 to 3rd or US size 10.5, and they fit very perfect. The shoe length was good with enough space at the tip of the toes. The toe box width is very good, enough for the toes to spread out without being extra, and then the midfoot grab was also very nice. So overall fit in this was very nice and comfortable, and I loved it. Now they feel great on foot, I must say. They feel light, they are highly cushioned, soft and cushy. The upper is also very comfortable and nicely breathable, and they are also decently stable with a very nice arch support. Another thing I noticed in this new version is that unlike the previous version, the 3 stripes in this are very brightly reflective, so that will come in handy for those who run at night. Walking, running, they were very nice. This is one of those shoes that will make a nice walk shoe as well as a nice running shoe. However, based on the limitations from these cutouts in the midsole, you know where you can walk with this. But I think on the pavement, this will make a very nice walk shoe. Now, the run experience. How did this feel? I've already pretty much talked about the run experience in these shoes. These shoes, they feel light, they are highly cushioned, one of the most comfortable shoes that you will put on your feet. Compared to the V1, they are lighter and more responsive with nice transitions from landing to toe off, still giving a smooth rolling ride. Overall, these are better runners than the version 1. Because of the lighter weight and better response, they have made these shoes somewhat more versatile than the first version, while still looking unique and lovely. Overall, a very nice run experience in this. So let's talk about the price. On adidas.com, these shoes are listed for $140, the same price as the previous version. But the price of the previous version has been very erratic, and even so with this one. If you like them, just be on the watch out. I got this one on discount also for 339 Saudi Riyal. That's approximately $90, So, and this is even within the first month that the shoes were released. So eventually, this shoes is also going to go on a discount, I believe, and much more people will be able to afford it. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent choice for a running shoe for those who like them. This is one of those shoes you can totally use as a walking shoe, as a running shoe, or a casual shoe. So if you have option between this and the previous version, of course, I will suggest you go for this because you are going to enjoy your run in this more than you will in the previous version. So guys, that's it for these shoes. I want to thank you for watching this review. Please don't forget to like and comment. If possible, share this review with your running buddies. Subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching once again, and let me see you in the next video.